Um, so I think like a really good spot, and a lot of pros use this when they're playing a solo, like because early round what happens on Mirage is like, oh my god.
Let's move out.
What often happens early round Mirage CT side is you have a player, well, so you either have two players come up this way and one guy goes to the stairs, or you have two guys come through this window and like one guy focuses mid and the other guy comes back and like helps towards the stairs. Same thing. It's just this going this way is a little bit more dangerous. I like the idea of coming this way and like you can nade the ramp, and this guy could also be the first guy to smoke the halls if like once that smoke fades. But generally, like a good early round spot is you smoke that, and while the other team's doing their mid default, you're waiting for the A lurker. And this is like a pretty good spot in my opinion to wait for the A lurker. It's like a crazy off angle that like if this guy comes out of the halls, he basically has to come out and like his crosshair placement has to be like way over there, and that's just not how it works. Like when you come out of the halls, your crosshair placement's like in this area, and then shifts to like right there, and you're like clearing this angle, and then this guy sees you like as you're coming out. So that's why I think this off angle is actually really good if you're like holding A early round solo. Obviously, if like as the round develops, your second guy, who typically is like in the connector, like comes back into A. Like he ends up coming back towards A and like playing like closer to the stairs and like smoking halls and like watching your halls. Or maybe he'll use his smoke like right there. Like a lot of people use their smoke there and use it as like a one way. Like look over like there. And then randomly they'll like peek back mid and shit. I don't know. A lot of people do that now. Like this smoke for the connector guy is like really common. Um, Also, if you want to get like aggressive or something like that, you could know the smoke. See, I don't know it because I don't play A, but I always tell this to people is like if you want to get aggressive solo, you could bank a smoke off of here if you know it and it goes like right there. Basically, you can come down and you can kill people along this ledge, and like they don't really see you. Like you'd be like right there on their screen, which is like super hard for them to see, because like you're killing them in the feet, you know, if you do this correctly, aka they can't see you. So if you want to get a quick aggressive kill, just to see if they're setting up for an A execute, you know, like you pop flash this spot and you just like quickly come down here. Are they setting up for an A execute? Nope. Okay, cool. I could fall back, and you get that info for your team. Obviously, like this is a pretty good spot. Like I call this a ninja spot in the site. Just like hiding right here, holding that. Um, Honestly, playing bomb site isn't so bad if you have hall smoked. You have to have hall smoked though, because if you have hall smoked, then you have a guy like over there connector like helping you. You could always throw like good counters and peek with them. Like you like throw like flashes off of there and like you like take out and you can peek with your flash. So that's what makes this spot pretty strong. And obviously under balk is always strong, but you have to be worried about the guy that comes halls and lines up this Molotov. It's like, oh wait, no, it's the other. Is it this line? Yeah, it's this line that I'm in.
Throwing fire.
Yeah. It's like even if halls is smoked, a lot of pros will like know to like come here and like line up this Molotov. And even if like so that way if their team's executing with hall smoke, they can still molly under balk. So just something to keep in mind if you're playing under balk. But with that being said, under balk is an extremely strong spot. You could like spot for the exec and like keep doing like crouch stands and shit like that. So that way if they come, you take a couple bullets and you slide away, and then you throw like the flash. Ooh, aim too high. Throw the flash, and you could like re-peek with it. You know. And there's actually like a dozen flashes you could throw through here. So there's that. Obviously, there's playing spawn. This is like the most standard thing to do if you're playing A solo, is you just like play spawn. And, like a lot of good A players are like really good at like managing this jump spot, so that way like you're not hanging in the air. And the best way for me to the best people to watch for something like that is like if you watch Old School Fnatic, Olaf was like really good at like not ever overcommitting from spawn and dying. He would always be ready to like hide. So if you want to watch them, those are good people to watch. But if you're playing passive, what you really have to be good at is timing your peaks with your teammates' noise and your teammates as distractions. So like, I guarantee you when Olaf was playing spawn, like obviously it's okay to take the initial battle, right? Like take your first like 2 shots and then like you hide and they know you're here obviously. But if you time it correctly where like
Smoke.
this is smoked
Laying
and this
down
is smoked
smoke.
and like you wait for like about the time the plant's about to happen, so you know the planter is eliminated from the equation. So you have like probably realistically 3 more guys to worry about, assuming that because either one guy's probably already dead or he's just on the flank somewhere. That's a pretty realistic thing to expect. So you're gonna be playing 4 guys left. One guy's gonna be planning. So the second that guy's thinking about planning, either there or there or there, or even for spawn, if he plants here, you can kill him. Because a lot of spawn smokes, they'll be like really shitty. I'm trying to think. Where's this at? Is it
Throwing
here?
smoke.
Yeah. So like that one for example, like a lot of spawn smokes are like this, that leave this gap. Okay? So like if you're playing spawn, you have to recognize there's 2 types of smokes. One is the type that blocks this jump up, so that way it's really hard to jump up. And the other one is the type that blocks the whole lower area. So you have to quickly recognize which of the 2 smokes is right in front of your face. Learn that and play accordingly. And getting back to what I was saying before, when that guy starts planning, there's 3 people left. Let one of your guys like over here like fake a presence like coming through, or maybe even like use a smoke to do something like that. So that way they're super worried about a guy coming through right here. And the second that smoke pops, like give it like 1 second and then hop up and you get the kill. And then he could also lurk that smoke anyway and get a kill, because at that point all their attention focuses to you. So like when Halls is
Laying
smoked,
down smoke.
come in. I come into this, like this corner right here, and it's hard for me to show you, but there's this line, and it becomes like really faint right here. Like even though it continues up, it becomes faint right here, and that's where I put my crosshair. It doesn't really need to be like too exact.
Incendiary out.
But yeah, I hope that helps. Obviously too, if you have a second guy with you, it's pretty strong to have the second guy like baiting, like right here, like literally just like chilling right here. Even though it's like a common spot to Molotov during an exec, if you're bait, like really good bait, chances are they might not clear it. Like I watched Fnatic do this recently, and Dennis gets hella kills from there. I don't know. Also, this is a pretty good off angle to like hold for early hits. Like this is like super early in the round. Like I was saying for this spot. This is a spot I saw like Doja use a long time ago, and someone else actually used it recently. But like play like this off angle right here, so if anyone comes up the ramp, you always get the first shot. But yeah, you should always have like an idea of what you want to flash after you get the first kill, because a lot of times rushes are pretty spaced out on Mirage. Like the whole goal of a lot of team strats, when they do the triple smokes at A, well, if you're playing like a really good team, their whole goal is this: like these smokes are flying, and as they're flying over the wall, one guy is like way ahead of the rush, and he's running with like this flash. Like this guy's literally running out with that flash above him, so it's like up there, and he's just tunnel visioning over here to kill under Balk. So if you're under Balk against like a top team, I would put it at like a 50-50 shot that you come out of that alive, because it is very hard to like beat TSM's exec from under Balk. Very hard. And that's who I'm talking about right now. Or actually Luminosity too, so. Oh, you guys hear Mochi in the background. Yeah, that's kind of about it. Obviously, if you have like a good hall spawn or something like that, if you have like an op, it's really good to push halls. A lot of people are super scared of that shit. But the counter to that is if you're like a T and you're like coming over here on the default. How do you do this? Oh, you walk. That's right.
Deploying flashbang.
You walk and you throw like a flash and it pops like right there. The second that guy turns the corner. That's a pretty good flash to know if you're going hall solo. Yeah, that's about it for the A site.